Hey guys, so last week I did a video all about my favourite glute exercises. So this week I wanted to do one focused on quads. So these are just my favourite exercises to target the quads. Now some of these can also be done for obviously glutes and hamstrings as well, but that's why whenever you want to focus on your quads, always think about your quads. Always focus on the muscle that you want to train, and it completely changes an exercise. These are my favourites, so I hope it's useful. The first exercise is heel elevated narrow stance squats. When you elevate your heels, it recruits more muscle fibers in the quads, as this decreases the range of motion at the hip and increases the range of motion at the knee, so it puts a lot more pressure on the quads. In regards to going narrow stance, there has been recent studies which say that going narrow stance doesn't recruit the quads any more than going wide, but when I do it, I do feel a lot of pressure on the quads, so I like to still do them. For this, you will probably use less weight than you would in a normal squat. I'm going a lot lighter here, and what I'm trying to do is not lock out at the top, so I'm keeping a slight bend in the top, so I'm still getting a good range. But by keeping that bend, you're not going to lock out, so you're never resting, keeping constant pressure on the quads and just really burning them out. I like to go high reps on these ones, so 12 to 15. If you can do 15, then you'll really notice the difference with that, and then 4 sets if you can. So next is Bulgarian split squats. I did this in my video last week for the glutes. So the way it will differ is, rather than really pushing your weight into your glutes like I told you to last week, you're going to push your weight into the quads. So it's all about trying to target that muscle through your mind connection and just really sit into the quads as much as you can so you feel that burn. The more depth you get, the more you're going to feel it, and just really work that muscle. I like to do 10 on each leg of single leg exercises, and I'll normally do about 4 sets if I really want to push it. Next is leg press. I love leg press because it really isolates the legs. As you're just sitting in the machine, you're not having to hold anything or have something on your back. It's literally just all legs, and it really puts a lot of pressure on, especially as you can really overload the weight. To target my quads more, again, I'm going for a narrow stance. With the leg press, foot placement really does make a difference to where you feel it. So if you go narrow and then try and get your feet a little bit lower down, as this hits a lot more quads. If your feet are higher up, it's going to be a lot more hamstrings and glutes. Again, if you can do higher up to the 12 to 15, you'll really notice a difference. With quads, it's always nice to go really high sometimes to burn it out. The next exercise is actually single leg press. So when you do the leg press with one leg at a time, you actually get a greater range of motion, and this helps generate more muscle activation. So really you should be putting a lot more pressure on the legs with less weight. It also means that you can help out your imbalances. So sometimes when you do an exercise with both legs or both muscles that you're working, you may realize that one side really dominates. So doing unilateral variations will mean that you get to work on the weaker side and build it up. I also want to say that up until the past 2 years, I'd never really squatted before. I used to really avoid squats. So leg press was actually my main go-to exercise. It was the exercise that I'd normally start my sessions with, and the one I'd really try and push heavy on. Like, that was my squat. The leg press was my number one, and that is how I built up my legs. Of course, I have to put leg extension in, as this completely isolates the quads. It's an amazing exercise, and I love finishing on it when I do my quad days. It puts so much tension in the muscle, and the burn is extreme. Just make sure to really hold your bum down. You don't want your bum to lift, or the tension gets taken away from the quads. Try to do 15 reps, if not 12, because those extra reps really make the difference. Thank you for watching. I am going to be doing a hamstrings one next time. I can't even say that. Thank you for watching. I am going to be doing a hamstrings one next time. I also just wanted to say that my clothing brand Vixen, little fox here, can you see it? Has just released these new cropped pink hoodies. So, they're very cute. and some long sleeved cropped backless tops as well. So just have a look on the website, the link is in the comment section below, and just check out our new products. Thanks, bye.